Oh, yeah.
Dude, I want a Red Bull right now.
Yes. Not the best face, I think, to open a Red Bull with. But yeah, that is the sound of a new episode starting at the Tu-Vie podcast. How you doing, Colin?
Doing pretty good. I got my water.
That's good. That's always good to have.
I just
I
spilled some of my water now.
I have
That's
less of it now. That's that sucks, dude.
This is
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
weird
I was
day.
gonna put the Red Bull in the mug I usually use, but I feel like that just would be. I feel like that would be like a really low point drinking Red Bull out of a mug.
I've been there, but it
Uh,
wasn't Red Bull.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, hey, welcome back to the Tu-Vie podcast. I am your host, James, and of course, sitting with me is my co-host, Colin. How you doing, bud? I think I already asked that
Good, pretty good.
question. Good, good. I like the Spider-Man comic right next to you. What is that one?
Uh,
No, you
there's
know which one I'm talking about. Attaboy, the Scarlet Spider. Attaboy, yes, that's a great one.
not a terrible story.
No,
Not
no,
terrible.
it's what?
I said not terrible. This one, like the newest Ben Riley. Well, not
Oh, the
newest.
newest one's a little strange, but
I read
that's
that.
actually a really good way to segue into this.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Verse trailer because I got my boy right here, right behind me. You got him right there in the
Real
that new.
quickly, real quickly.
Wow,
I was talking to Nat about this because I was like, the only motivation I would have to work out is if I was like cosplaying Spider-Man, and
that's my 100% why I started working out too.
I showed her the design for the PS4 Ben Riley, and she was like, I could make that hoodie.
That's it.
And I was like,
If she could make two, that'd be good.
would you want to be Ben Riley and I would be somebody else?
Well, you could be Ben Riley. I just like that jacket.
It's
It's
really
a really
cool.
good. If anything, I would like to be Ben Riley. So let me answer that question before we talk about the trailer because I do want to talk about that trailer. If I could dress up as a Spider-Man, I would love to either do Ben Riley. The PS4 one I think is a pretty good, simple design. It's really nice and sleek. Spider Punk, because that's also one of my favorites. 2099, specifically the blue and red one. I like the white and red, but the blue and red one I think is just so
I think I
good.
sent you this screenshot, but it was described that the blue and red design for Spider-Man 2099, it's actually black, but the because of the light hitting the suit, it comes off blue.
Oh,
So traditionally, it is
oh,
black, but it's one of those weird designs. But then, like Marvel, I'm assuming just like assumed it was just blue and just stuck with that. But I didn't know that, and I thought that was pretty
that's
cool.
actually really neat. I didn't know that either. I kind of like that, but definitely the red and blue or the first Spider-Man suit you play as in the Spider-Man PS4 game, like the classic suit.
Ah,
Like or with the little wing things from the Spectacular Spider. So I guess the Spectacular Spider-Man suit. That's the one I do.
so I don't know if you have you ever seen any Easter egg video breakdowns for the PS4 video game?
I think like one that you showed me when you flew out here years ago.
Yeah. So a fun little detail of two fun details. First one is that so there was a joke in the video game about Peter Parker's like few
Emblem?
chest hairs.
Oh, oh.
So after his fight with Wilson Fisk, because of the like his suit was like kind of messed up. If you go into photo mode and zoom in, he actually has like three or four chest
Oh,
hairs. Like,
really?
yes, I swear
Oh,
to God.
that's cool.
And the second one was if you hit photo mode as somebody is shooting a rocket and you
Mm.
move the camera to the rocket, there's a little like those no smoking signs with the little red circle with the
The little
dash.
Ghostbusters logo.
Yeah, it's that, but with a spider on it.
Oh, that's so cool. That
I
is one of
love
the
it.
one things I like about that game is, and it's the same thing about the photo mode. With I saw this on TikTok, where if someone zoomed in on the Ben Riley costume and they like interwove the fabrics details with it was just the weave of the fabric and the suit and everything and the jacket was just
PS4's Ben Riley suit is hands down the goat of all like Ben Riley suits because
it
like
really is.
Insomniac like redesigned it a little bit, but the
It's
redesign is
good.
perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Perfect.
I like how it was like tattered on the sides, like he cut a sweatsuit. I
Oh
liked it.
yeah. Yeah, dude, it's so good. It's
This is
so
why this
good.
is why I chose his background. For those listening, it's just a picture of Ben Riley right behind me with
Is
like a blue
Did
background
they
and it
announce the
fades
voice
in.
actor for
They
Ben Riley?
didn't. They didn't at I don't I they did not. They did release the voice for Spider Punk, which is Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya? Not
Great
Kaluuya.
choice.
Kaluuya. Great choice. I mean, they've nailed their voice acting, the characters from everybody in this movie. Yeah, I mean,
And
with
Bill
Oscar Isaac
Hader.
as 2099 was perfect. Even that little teaser we got from the last movie was awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm really, because we don't really know the plot of it yet. We have an idea of the antagonists of it being like the Spot and
That's
29
it.
being an aggressive Spider-Man, but we don't
Yeah,
really
there's
know
not
how it gets
much.
picked
And
off.
the bio isn't even that much helpful either, which is good. I like that. But it says Miles Morales catapults across the multiverse where he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting its very existence. When the heroes clash on how to handle the new threat, Miles must redefine what it means to be a hero. A great way, perfect log line for the plot. And it doesn't say anything. I like that. I like how movies and trailers as of late don't give much. And especially one director, we talked about this, that we love that does not give enough about the movie, but still gives enough to enjoy it is Wes Anderson, where he gives
Mhm.
you a basic story, little humor, great visuals. That's all you need. And you're hooked for most. But with this, I think is great because I there's more than meets the eye because I rewatched the trailer 1,000 times, and at the very end of the trailer, which is my favorite part of it because of the music and everything. But if you look at Miguel, he's like glitching like everybody else was in the first movie. So what I'm thinking is since those group of spider people are like in a hole in the multiverse or something, I'm still working out what it is. But let's say it's like a base within the multiverse. I think that band that everyone has and able to travel the multiverse puts their atoms in a different state so that when they are
Oh,
in
it
that
contains
multiverse,
them.
it does. It like puts some kind of electromagnetic field. I don't know what science stuff for their atoms so they don't glitch anymore. And I think Miles is going to steal Miguel's. That's why on that train he's glitching while Miles' electricity is flowing
That's why he's
through.
so aggressive.
That's why he's
Yeah.
so aggressive because I think like without that they could die, which is what we saw in the first movie. But maybe since that band it drains a lot of the hours. I don't know. Again, still working on it, but that's what I think is the problem. I think that's when Miles is going to go across the multiverse, and we're getting a live action cameo of Mrs. Chen from Venom. So something's going to happen.
Are we?
I remember hearing that. I could be wrong. 99. I am more
No,
wrong than I
I've
am
heard it
right.
too. I just thought that was like BS.
You thought it was what?
I thought it was BS. I thought it was
Hold on. Let me see. Uh,
just skin across the
I
multiverse.
don't know if it's going to be like like when they have like those like in SpongeBob where they had like that like the gorilla costume episode.
Yeah.
That's what I think was gonna happen when I heard that. But I don't know what that means. But that's I like imagining that in the movie where it's like really spotty animation in this perfectly beautiful movie. Uh,
So
so in covered geekly, I don't know if that's a really reliable source. I just pull the first article I saw. It's the Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse features live action cameo. Mrs. Chen from the character Venom, Let There Be Carnage, has rumored to appear in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in live action, which would be a pretty major setup for Tom Hardy. I had to catch my breath at the end of that, but still,
uh,
again, if that's
I,
possible,
I'm
then
too close
Miles,
with Venom. I'm too
I
close
I
with Venom to get excited.
I get it, but with that in mind, if with Beyond the Spider Verse, Miles could at the very end of that movie be in the MCU
Yeah, yeah,
because we
because
already have that reference,
they already have the Earth 1999
which I'm in
reference.
Villani calling it from the beginning.
Oh my God, she's such a treasure. And especially like with because uh, I lost my train of thought because
I
I was
saw it.
thinking about something. I was thinking about two things. One,
Hmm.
I really love the idea of having the lobby is what they're calling the base of like the community of spider people. But also, I don't know if you caught this. I don't know which trailer it was because there's an international one and the one trailer that we got notifications for. Um, uh, Apparently like Peter B. Parker and Gwen, they are working with 2099, but like
That was
trying
in
to get
all the
Miles out of
trailers.
it.
Yeah, so like there was a brief sentence said in the trailer where Peter B was saying like this wasn't the deal, Miguel, and Miles like you knew about this. So there's got to be something going on clearly because from the first movie to this movie, 2099 bulked up. This man got beefed.
I love it. I just that
It's good because in like other forms, like the Spider-Man PS4 game, it seems a little too long. Whatever the blades were on the sides, but I like how in the
but
movie it's
it's so
retractable.
aggressively like
It's
long and
so aggressive. Like it's
dark.
considered wings, but I like how in this movie it's like I wouldn't say retractable, but they are there and then they're not there.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Do you
well probably nanotechnology because he's from the future.
do you remember that it was like for 0.1 second, but Miguel it was like visual storytelling of like his backstory, but I think it showed his family or something, right? Like it was an
It was in the teaser. I think his daughter.
yeah. So I don't
Something
I mean
happened.
I doubt they're gonna like
Ignore
rehash
that.
the Wilson Fisk arc. They're
You
probably
know,
gonna
maybe that is the case from Wilson Fisk, and something happened when he was causing all that.
maybe
Maybe it
because
wasn't just our universe that got affected
true, true.
because what
I
he
don't
did
know.
was messing with it.
I mean, it's definitely valid, like for him to like want to quest for his daughter, but like he also like has like a limitless like ability to travel across multiverses and see a version of his daughter. Maybe he doesn't want to do that because there was really only one version of his daughter and he doesn't want to,
Maybe.
so that's
Or
why
maybe
he's
that's the
also
only version
there.
of his daughter to exist. Like that's the only timeline where he ever had an actual like family.
I really love that as well because I don't think to my knowledge, it could be wrong, but I don't think Miguel ever had kids or, they ever
I
explored
haven't
that.
read every bit of his story, but I'm assuming just based on a lot of things, I don't think they gave a lot of other spider people like that happy ending before. You've read a lot more spider comics than I have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could tell me if I'm right or wrong, but that doesn't seem like something that they would just do. I think for this story, it makes sense because it's about
No,
the
yeah.
Spider-Verse and explore, but I think like an actual comic, I don't think it would read as good.
I'm really happy that they're taking creative liberties like that to,
Oh my gosh.
change up a
Yeah.
character that's been around since the 90s, I believe. But
He's been around.
that Marvel is definitely going to be publishing more Spider-Verse
They
and
better.
comics.
They
I
really
don't
better.
know. I really
Well,
hate
because the
when Marvel
last Spider
does
Verse
that
comic that they released turned out to be a heartbreaking one, where we found out that Peter being bitten by the spider was the worst thing that ever happened to him.
in a comic.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Like a buddy of mine, he was telling me about the new comic that came out, like the last Spider Verse story or the most newest one. Again, not a most. I haven't read them. I don't have time for that, but
There's way too many Spider-Verse
there's
comics.
so
But
many, and
continue.
I wish I had all the time in the world to go do that, but I'm trying to catch up on the other ones you sent me that I'm trying to read. But he said the most latest one, it ended with the universe where Spider-Man got never bitten by like he never got bit by the spider, and the world that he lived in was perfect. It was safe. There was no more crime.
Wow.
And so finding out that the spider was actually the worst thing that ever happened to Peter because it led to all these different. It's similar, I think, very similar and a little trite to the reasoning in Civil War, where Vision was saying like after Tony released that he was Iron Man, crime and resistance rose, and all these different things.
Yeah, because when one hero rises, a villain rise.
Yeah, so it's like resistance brings catastrophe or whatever his algorithm was, but still. I felt a little trite in that sense, but still, it was a great way to kind of
That
like
is
punch you in the gut.
that's beautifully heartbreaking.
It's great. It's
And that
really, really good.
strangely enough, that is also really that really fits with Peter Parker's tragic tale.
Yeah.
Because one Spider-Man writer, he put it bluntly of like who Peter Parker is. He's like he's an F up. He's the likable F up.
Yeah. We all saw that in the Spectacular Spider-Man.
oh yeah, bring it
I
back,
think
please.
that was the best iteration for Peter Parker as a spider person that we've gotten. Because we've watched that show a lot, but I rewatched it recently and I think it's great. In the first season where he's trying to like balance being a friend to um Harry and he's trying to be a friend to Gwen and he's trying to be a friend to everybody and still have those responsibilities to Aunt May and everything while being Spider-Man. I think that's great. And I think maybe with Spider-Man Homecoming, Not Homecoming. What's that animated one we're getting? Homeroom.
Freshman year?
That's what it was. My bad. Uh,
Homeroom.
sorry, freshman year.
Spider-Man.
Maybe we get more of that because I think exploring a Tom Holland's not voicing that character, is he?
No, he's not voicing him,
Okay,
which
maybe
is
then exploring
fine.
a different version of it would be good.
It's a Spider-Man freshman year from the stills and the context that I gathered. It's more or less like a an alternate take of Civil War Spider-Man. So like instead of it being Tony Stark, it would be Norman Osborn recruiting Spider-Man, providing
Oh,
him.
wasn't that? Yeah, wasn't Norman in
Yeah,
the show? Yeah.
yeah, he was in the show.
Oh,
Daredevil was going to be in it as well.
um,
So
it
it wasn't
actually
really
Daredevil is in the show, but apparently it is canon to the MCU. It's Peter's early days as Spider-Man.
canon to the MCU's multiverse, but not the
Oh,
main.
well, that's true. I forgot that we are in the multiverse saga, so that's true.
Unfortunately, because they had a lot of missed opportunities, dude. If when I tell you that I wrote a full essay of how disappointing Marvel's What If Zombies was, I wrote like probably 5 pages.
I understand. You even read that one to me,
Yeah, I
so
did.
I know your gripe with the zombies, but I don't know.
I
Whatever they're
love
gonna be
Mom.
doing, whatever they're gonna do, Spider-Verse across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man across Spider is gonna do it 1,000 times better.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to go see that. And whenever tickets go on sale, I'm buying that. And speaking of tickets on sale, did you buy our Guardians tickets yet? I don't know if you bought them between now
Oh,
and then.
thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I had
So that's a no. You
before
didn't buy it.
yeah, I had to one, I had to get paid, and two, I
That's true.
needed to see if because I didn't, I wanted to go see it with Natasha, so we had to
Mhm.
work out like the dates for that because I don't want her to pick a bad date where like she'll be working and she'll have to
That's true.
call out.
I got
Uh,
that.
but I'm dude, God, I'm
I'm
so
not ready
ready.
for this movie.
Did you see the James Gunn
The featurette that they put out.
not just the featurette, but he posted something on Instagram where it was
I
like
did.
a
I watched the
really
featurette.
poorly sketched out like
Oh,
rocket,
yeah, I did. I did.
and like they made that the poster.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are
Yeah,
you
I
okay?
I, I
Need a
know.
minute? Do you need a minute?
I
Can one of
don't.
you guys give him a tissue?
I just the hand comes in. It's I'm not ready for this movie, dude. You know how much the Guardians like
Oh yeah,
just as a
man.
trilogy has meant to me, but just even as a story and a comic and that featurette that they put out where they put actual audio to that Star-Lord scream just
Oh yeah,
gave me
no, I noticed that.
chills.
Mm-hmm.
Chills, man. And
Chris Pratt, that looks like that looks like he's
it looks
giving
like
a
a
crap.
heartbreaking scene. And I like what James Gunn said is that every minute in this movie is not wasted. There's a reason for everything that's happening within the movie, and not a single thing is a missed opportunity. And I like hearing that. But with that scream in mind, who do you think is going to be on the other end of that scream? Like, who do you think is the reason why he's screaming? Because my money on people that are biting the dust in this movie are Drax for sure. Because I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, and I can't find it anywhere, and it's not on Twitter, but I saw it on Twitter. It's no longer on Twitter, but I feel like I'm gaslighting myself. Like like in the movies where someone says they saw the alien and everyone is doubting them and they can't find any proof, but at the end of it, they see the alien. This is
Yeah.
where I'm thinking, like Independence Day. This is what I'm
Or
thinking. This is sure or signs. This is my Independence Day, where I saw a tweet with James Gunn with a snapshot that had 3 points, maybe four, but three. One, Rocket and
you
his
told me this at Disney.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I told you this. It's and I never remember this person's name, but it's Lila, right? His love interest, the
Uh,
otter.
yeah, Lila.
So Lila and Rocket reunite. There's is a flashback to when Rocket was on Half World and Lila and their escape from Half World. Point one. Point two, Drax's wife and daughter are still alive, and Drax is reunited with them. Now, that one, I think they changed. I think Drax at the end of the movie is reunited with his daughter and wife,
But dies.
but dies. See, yeah, see, now you're good with me. And the third one was a mysterious person is seeking revenge towards the Guardians. which is now Adam Warlock because of
Yeah,
Aisha.
because you also saw the I don't know if you saw that it was an Empire
I
photo, but it was
did.
of Adam Warlock and
I
the
did.
sovereign leader.
Aisha. Yeah. See,
Aisha.
she's
Yeah, yeah.
and I
Okay.
can't I didn't screenshot it. There's nothing that proves this that's ever existed. Colin, when I said I spent hours looking for this like a few weeks ago, I
You
mean
spent, yeah.
hours. I can't find this.
Can we get
So
James Gunn on the call so we can talk to him about this?
yeah, old Gunny boy. Well, I'll call him up. He owes me a favor for sure.
Let's
You
load the
think he's gonna
gun.
admit those things? That's like pivotal to the plot.
I
Marvel's gonna have a sniper train. We're gonna see a red dot come out his forehead if we ever ask him that question.
I can charm him. But okay,
Okay.
so
Then I might
there is
trick him.
there is something that I read a comment on one of the posts. Obviously, like the most liked posts were the ones that were hating it the most. Oh, James Gunn is you shouldn't be promoting. We obviously know like Rocket's gonna die. You can just see the and there was one comment that was like, what if actually like this is deceiving?
It's a red herring. I've seen that.
What if Rocket is the only one that survives and all the other Guardians died? Oh, that it didn't pick up. It didn't pick up.
Oh, what I said?
Yeah, it didn't pick
Oh,
up.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I
I was
like that.
I was groaning in pain because if Rocket being the center of the promotional and him everything is a die as a red herring, then and everyone else, Colin, why you got to put that on my head, man? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I like that idea better. It just makes it for more of a tragic tale. And plus, you know, I love my sad movies, and also it would be really epic as well because
It would be,
everybody,
but it
you,
wouldn't be.
me, everybody thinks that yeah, Rocket's gonna bite the dust. He's probably dying right now, or
I
like
don't think that, but I can't help but think it, but I don't think it. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going into that movie expecting everybody else to die, but not Rocket.
You know, I think would be a strange twist is no, I don't think Nebula's gonna die because that'd feel a little odd.
I don't know. I mean, you can definitely have there being like Nebula sacrificing yourself to save Gamora.
I maybe that, but I also heard from the Comic Con trailer that they posted out that other people were like writing down descriptions for that Nebula puts up a sign for the Guardians of the Galaxy on nowhere. That could have been something they shot strictly for Comic Con because like the Russo brothers, they only shot
Well,
stuff specifically
no,
for the
actually,
trailer.
no. I actually believe that because if you remember the
What
Avengers
the what I
in
said or the in the trailer, like in the actual
the
movie.
trailer where
Okay.
like they didn't like that could be in the movie because if you remember and the Avengers Infinity War Comic Con trailer, they showed Peter Parker on the back going, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that is true.
So
That was a
I
that was a crazy time for when the
what a crazy time when
I
all Marvel fans were
I
united.
cannot believe that I was alive. That I think was like our Star Wars. Like you know how like when other people watched the first Star Wars movie and then they saw Empire Strikes Back and they were left with that Vader's Luke's dad thing. I think this is our Empire. Like Infinity War, we I remember a single person saying a word, saying anything when they were leaving the theaters after Infinity War. Everybody was quiet. Like we just got done out of a funeral. Everyone is quiet. We're somber. And then when everybody was in Endgame, we were like freaking out.
My friend at the time, Aaron, I don't mean friend at the time, like we broke up. It's just
Oh,
we had different lives.
yeah.
But after she saw the midnight premiere, and then the
Mm.
next day, she didn't say a word to me. She was quiet. I was like, "How was the movie?" She was like, um...
See, I waited a week to go see the movie because something was happening
"How
with
did you
school.
wait that
Well, hold
long,
on.
dude?"
Let me
Wait, hold
I
on. Can I say that again without my voice cracking? How did
okay
you wait that long?
from the hold on from the top.
Okay. um,
So I waited a week to go see the movie.
how did you wait that long, dude?
That's way better than the first one. I'm really happy that we waited for that. I
Yeah.
turned off my phone for like 3 days. I didn't go on any social media. I deleted everything. I blocked everybody on my phone who did see it because I had to wait a week because I had like a giant exam or something coming up with school, and I didn't feel like it was right to go see the movie even though I really wanted to when I was not sure about me passing. And I was around everybody that went to go see the movie. Everybody and their mother saw that movie the first week. But me, my family, and my girlfriend's family, we all went to go see the movie together, and I loved every second. But I wish I could have gone seen it the first week because no one else in the theater was reacting but me. It was just me. Well, like, oh, sorry, let me change it back. Reacting the way I was reacting. My dad was like shocked. So my girlfriend was great, and the rest of the people were having their own little small reactions. Me, on the other hand, I'm like on my knees on the floor of the theater, crying, gripping the chair in front of me, annoying the guy in front of me, and I felt awful. And I'm crying my eyes. I'm like freaking out. Like I was a nuisance in that theater. Still though, don't regret it. Either way, that was a strange year just to be a comic book fan because it
It
was
was not
odd.
a strange year. That
No, it
was
was
like
just strange
year.
because so much happened in one year. Because from Infinity War to Endgame, we had Ant-Man and the Wasp
Deadpool
and
2.
Captain Marvel. Oh,
Deadpool 2 as well. That was a
we
nice
did.
palate cleanser.
It was a good way to handle the trauma.
Yeah.
And then apparently Deadpool 2. But then when Endgame came out, we were like freaking out when that first trailer came out. Because I remember it's always strange to hear people say, I remember where I was when I saw this movie or something. I remember where I was when I saw the Infinity War teaser, where it was like over Titan and it was the Nick Fury narration and the Avengers like
And
dialogue.
each Avenger is like finishing like
Yeah.
a
I was
portion of
walking to class. It was like before school started, but I was walking to class to get there early, and I like stopped in the hallway and I sent the text to you with the trailer and I
We were
called you.
talking about it,
We were
man.
texting all through class. I don't remember a single thing about that
Yeah,
class, but I
dude.
remember watching the trailer over and
I don't
over.
remember what I learned, but I learned that you
Oh
and
my
I were
god.
destined to be
I
best friends
I
for life.
yeah, my coach was pissed at me that day. But either way, it was worth it. I
Yeah.
I will never forget that time. And then Endgame's trailer came out randomly, and it was the Rooster Brothers did
The
the
title
movie
was
perfect.
spoiled before. The title was spoiled for me before I watched the trailer. I was
Well,
really
even
bummed
then, we
out.
all kind of knew it was Endgame because of Doctor
I
Strange.
didn't. I didn't.
I had a feeling.
Like I was. I still feel like everybody was speculating. Like even though like the obvious answer was Endgame, especially with the Russo brothers cryptic like
They were genius with that
gosh.
little cryptic set photo thing.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
upon reviewing it, you're like, oh, it does spell out Endgame.
yeah, yeah. Well, I like that
But
photo. I like going
back to
back
the
on that and trying to
Guardians.
go back to see where if I missed it, and I do every time. But speaking of comics, okay, so we talked very briefly, I think, a few days ago about like comic books, as we normally do. Great
Mhm.
Gatsby's becoming a comic book.
Great Gatsby is becoming a comic book.
Either coming to be or is a comic book now, which I think is great. I think as comic books are becoming more and more of a bigger, having a bigger audience, what book would you want to have as a comic? Like an actual book that's only
Oh,
literature
Catcher in
that
the Rye.
Catching the Right. I was thinking To Kill a Mockingbird.
I think
I
that's
mean,
already a comic book.
is it really?
I think so.
Oh,
You should look
well,
that up. I believe so.
yeah. Oh, Mockingbird. Why Catching the Rye?
Catcher in the Rye. I read that
It
book.
is. You were right.
hmm
Well, I redact my
Um,
answer.
So, The Catcher in the Rye is actually a very important book to me, and I'm not just saying that to be like a book schnob or sound smart, but I was forced to read that book middle school by my parents.
Oh,
Um, uh, I was having a hard time focusing, and they were uh, becoming concerned about just that I'm not really taking in the important stuff I need to be taking in at such a young age because my brain was developing. And
as we all are.
my brother challenged me. He had a copy of Catch in the Rye. I destroyed the copy because like I kept on like putting it in my bag, and I constantly forgot the book was in my bag. So I'd just be shoving stuff in my bag. I
Whoa.
stopped myself. You didn't hear the tea. You didn't hear the tea. You didn't hear the tea. You didn't hear the tea.
Okay.
I was shoving stuff in my bag, and then like when I take it out, I saw the book was damaged. I felt so horrible. So I read the book, and then I uh, went to Barnes and Noble with my dad, I told him I wanted to pick up comic books. I was picking up comic books, but also to get a brand new copy for my brother because I felt bad. But I did read the book. It was very, it moved me. And at the time, I believe that it was announced that Tom Holland was casted as Spider-Man. So in my head, I was just thinking to myself, okay, let's try to trick your brain into enjoying it. Pretend that Tom Holland is starring in the book.
Wow.
And so it just,
Well,
it
I think you
really,
now just casted him in the future movie adaptation.
God, I hope not. I'm seeing too much of a stupid face.
Okay.
I still have a
No,
heart.
I'm glad he's taking a break for a little bit. Is he and Zendaya still dating? I
I
think
think
so,
so.
right?
Yeah. There was no announcements that they broke up. The only
Yeah.
thing was that I think Holland tried to propose to Zendaya and she denied him. I could be wrong, but that was like a headline somewhere. But
I do
I mean,
remember them saying they want to start a family. I remember that headline. Like they're wanting to settle down.
which is nice, you
It's
know.
very
I
nice. Very endearing thought.
Because I don't want Tom Holland to be Spider-Man forever. I mean, he's a great Spider-Man, and
He's a great Spider-Man.
despite me teasing him, I mean, he is a very talented person. But I also like he said it himself, he doesn't want to just be this. He doesn't want to play Spider-Man until his 40s. You know,
No, I agree. Have you seen his drama work?
yeah, and his new drama work that's going to be coming out. I forget the
It's
name of it.
good.
It's set in the 70s.
Like the conference room or something?
No,
No, that's not it. That's so
we're gonna have to
bad.
look this up.
I got you. But no, but like, have you seen Cherry, the one on Apple TV?
Oh, love Cherry. I bought the book as
Great.
well.
It's a book.
Oh yeah, Cherry's book.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's a really good one. It's
Wow,
a true story.
Colin, look at you reading. No pictures.
Shut up. You're such a. I
I,
can't say
nah,
your
got you there.
podcast.
No, so no, I swear I didn't know that. That's also another movie that was done by the Russo brothers. I always forget they also did
Underrated movie. I
very
People hate
underrated.
that movie. Gave it a lot of flack, but I
Yeah,
felt like it had so much
range.
rewatchability.
Oh, it
I
really
don't
does. It's got a
like
lot of range too. A lot of range. By the
a
way, it's
lot
called
of
The
it.
Crowded Room. It's a series.
Oh, okay.
So
Who's
that's I think
who's doing the series?
who's
I
in it
thought
or
there
who's
was,
doing it.
yeah, who's creating it? I thought I saw like
Okay.
a big name a part of it.
Let me try and find. Oh, it's a biography. That's gonna be neat. I'm trying to find it. Can't find it now for some
I'm
reason.
staring at Ben Riley right now, dude.
He's looking back at you.
I really want to cosplay as
I
that man.
don't know why I'm not able to find it right now. Okay, all I know is that the main characters are Tom Holland and Amanda
Seafred,
Seyfried.
Seifred.
Either
We're
way,
having that like Deadpool moment where it's like Kirsten.
I know every time I do that, I think of the Deadpool thing. She's great. I love Amanda. Very underrated in overall her acting career. I know she's known for Mamma Mia, which is a great movie.
Good movie.
So on the sequel, but it really good. Okay, so some producers are good. Tom Holland's actually an executive producer.
Good for him.
I know. I think it's his first producing.
I don't know why I'm thinking about Scorsese. I don't know why I'm thinking like
No, I think
Scorsese.
I think you're thinking of Killers of the Flower Moon, which is going to be going to the
Yeah,
cinema, which is apparently over. I think they said close to 4 hours long.
dope.
Crazy movie. That's a Scorsese movie that you just know you can't wait to watch because I think some
What do you
people.
think of The Irishman? I don't think I
I
ever
have,
asked.
you know what? I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I've seen enough to understand that it's a great story, like how they told that story with the CGI and everything, and little weird de aging faces. I haven't had a chance to see it though. My uncle said though he said he loved it, but they didn't realize it's like a was it like 3 hour, 4 hour movie?
4 hours.
It's a 4 hour movie. They said they started
Long
at
movie.
8 and they got done at noon, and he didn't realize how much time has passed. They just sat down and watched it, which is commitment at its finest. But
I'll tell you
I'll
this.
I'll get
That
around to
movie
it.
can kill a Christmas party. It can really kill a Christmas party. Just ask me why.
Did you watch it at Christmas?
It on Christmas.
Why?
What do you mean why? It was a Scorsese movie.
What?
We didn't know. We thought it would just be like we didn't know it would be that.
Oh my god! What do you mean?
like The Irishman, you have Al Pacino, like Robert De Niro, directed by
And
Scorsese.
Pesci. Yeah,
Yeah,
those three never have anything
I was
violent
about to
go on in
say
their
Jerry
movies.
Seinfeld, but it was uh Deborah. It's what's his name?
What? What are you trying to say?
Raymond, Ray Ramon, Ray
Ray
Romano.
Romano. Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot he
Ray
was in the
Romano.
movie. I used to have a teacher that sounded like him.
But we didn't know it would just be. It would get from like starting to become like really cool to like okay, it's getting pretty long, and now it's getting really sad, and
Yeah.
okay, now Robert De Niro is buying his own
Oh,
coffin.
hold on. Okay, okay. I don't want spoilers. I still haven't seen it yet. I'm going to. Don't want to spoil it too
Oh,
much. Did you watch
okay.
Tetris? You watched that yet?
I have not. When
Ah,
wait, is it a theater movie?
no, it's Apple TV.
Apple T. Oh, they got something to watch today.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna watch that later. So I haven't seen that yet, but it looks phenomenal. I know that they're doing a Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa.
Oh,
Now, hold
wow.
on. Everyone said that like, oh, Tetris is coming out with a movie. How's that gonna be? And now they have it out and it looks great. And now everyone's wondering, is Jason Momoa gonna be
The
like
creator of Minecraft.
yeah. Wasn't it Notch? Was that his name?
It was.
Hold on.
I don't know, but he was a really bad dude.
Yeah, I know.
So I've heard.
Yeah, did not know that.
I really hope he's playing
Oh yeah,
Steve. Like
yeah. Marcus Alexi Pearson, known as Notch, creator of the sandbox video game Minecraft. Okay, so hopefully they don't do that story of the guy because that'd be wild. Hopefully it's literally Steve in a block world because if the Mario movie looks good, they can make this look good. Just be like, I don't know where I'm at. I just woke up on the ground one day. All I know is I have to survive. I got to mine and craft.
Enderman, am I right?
And that'd be the great the
James is gone.
I would honestly love to see the last bit of the trailer frame is him like you know that scene with Hulk and Surtur where he's just holding the sword above his head, flying down. That'd be the sickest thing. Like in Dungeons and Dragons, like that one shot. That'd be the best way to end the trailer with the Enderman flying down. I swear. If they don't also incorporate some horror with the skeletons and the creepers being jump scares every now and then,
We
this
might be
movie.
running into a situation that I really hope this movie turns out to be so bad
No,
that
what do you mean? This
people
should
will
be the
watch it.
best one ever.
Dude,
This is gonna be great.
I
Can you imagine
it's
Steve?
live action sucks.
I don't think it's gonna be live action. I think it's gonna be like Mario.
I hope so. Because like
I don't know. If it's live action, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Is the new Minecraft movie gonna be?
Yeah, let's see. I doubt it's gonna be live action because it is. If it is, it's gonna be real bad, and I hope it isn't.
Warner Brothers gave new release for the not one but two Jason Momoa led movies in addition to.
If there's going to be a sequel.
No. I was just reading it out loud.
Oh.
Yeah, live action.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Because we need.
Hold on. What is considered live action? Like CGI live action Lion King?
No, like I like no. I'm pretty sure when they. How can you do that but with Minecraft?
I think if they did it, if I heard Illumination was doing a Minecraft movie, I would not be as scared.
Would work.
It would work great. Now since it's live action with Sony, I don't think
Sony, but it's Microsoft. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, wait, the film rights though that might be different. Who knows? Anyway,
because I think Microsoft does have the actual like production gaming rights, like the producing rights, but maybe the movie rights. Maybe they didn't have movie rights when they made the game. I doubt that he did.
Yeah, it's really weird though. Like I really want to be a fly on the wall to understand what this movie is.
What the pitch was.
Jason Momoa.
What's the pitch?
Yeah, what was the pitch?
Like, do you think the guy was like, I don't got a pitch. Just look your eyes on the screen, and he's playing Minecraft for like 20 minutes. He's like, now imagine that.
It's just like a photo.
Real.
It's a photo.
Yeah, it's just a JPEG image of Steve going across like a grass field.
It's just like Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
They cropped out a photo of him at a red carpet and just like pasted
They
it
made his
on.
face all blocky and everything. The test footage for him mining a tree is just one guy punching a tree for 4 seconds, and then they cut the
Oh my
frame and
god,
the
no,
tree's
no.
gone.
I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait for this movie.
That's gonna be great.
Fucking trees.
Yeah, but like, I think they can do it perfectly where they just have Jason Momoa punching a tree for 3 seconds, and then they cut the frame. They go to a different location, and the tree's just gone, and he just follows through with the punch, and he just picks up like a twig. Gotcha. Puts it in his pocket and starts. If they do the run, he's got to do the run like they do in the game with the arms. It's perfect. This is going to be the world's best live action video game adaptation, secondhand to Doom with Dwayne Johnson.
Oh god.
People forget that one's a real thing. That's a very real game. What is a video game you'd actually like to see in live action format, either a TV show or a
Red Dead
movie?
Redemption.
Yeah, see, you're on a Western binge right now because you just got done watching Magnificent Seven. You got done watching Harder They Fall, which very happy you watched those. Great movies. If you haven't seen those, go watch them now.
Another one that would be pretty cool.
Destiny.
It's an underground no, but it's an underground. It would make for a good movie, but that wasn't what
It'd
I
be
was
a better
gonna
TV show, in my opinion. We'll talk about that.
Actually, it would be a better TV show.
Way better TV show.
Way better. It's an do you ever heard of Prototype, the video game? I sent you a
Oh man, hold on.
Type it in. You'll recognize it.
Yeah.
It's old.
Okay, Prototype just gave me.
It's like a okay. So think of it like the Venom.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing like a brief thing. I never actually ever played it, but it looks sick.
Fun as hell. And dude, let me tell you this.
Mhm.
The developers of that game were the same developers who made the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction video game, the iconic old.
Is that the one on the Wii?
No, it was the one where you can like traverse on buildings, you can take out helicopters, throw them.
Yeah, I never played that one. I played the one with I think the movie version game of the Wii.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I know.
But I think that would make for one hell of a good time for a movie.
It'd be great. That'd look cool. Now,
like,
I would also say Assassin's Creed.
We'll never get.
Yeah, I know it's a movie we'll never get, but I would say Assassin's Creed if they didn't already do a bad job with it. That was not a good movie. Michael Fassbender was a great choice. Not a good execution.
It's my birthday. Let the party begin.
So bad. I will say, though, I don't understand the new Tron movie. Did you know about that?
Oh, is it a sequel, right?
It's the third one in the trilogy because Tron Legacy was the sequel to Tron. I don't think a lot of people know that. People think I either forget or they don't know that Tron Legacy is a sequel to the first Tron movie because they have the guy that plays Alan Bradley come back, Sam Flynn comes back, both Jeff Bridges, and everybody is what? Okay, Clue.
Both Jeff Bridges.
Well, Clue and not Sam, Kevin. Clue and Kevin are the different person, but Alan's is a different guy. I never remember his name, and I feel so bad because he did great. Either way,
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia
Wilde.
She was great, and that sequel was great because it brought back the first movie in a very subtle way with the arcade, and then it introduced it to the new group, which could be its own standalone movie, and I like that. But this new one called Ares with Jared Leto is wild.
We're gonna get more memes. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
If he immerses himself, you ever watched the movie Nathan for You? It's a show on HBO Max called Nathan for You, where this guy named Nathan Fielder, he does these crazy business tactics.
Yes.
And great show.
With good grades.
It is so funny. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. There's a bunch of stuff on YouTube, but one of my favorite moments.
He made a new show for HBO Max, but that's not the point.
Called The Rehearsal, and it's really good. I'd argue better. But in one of the episodes for Nathan for You, he wants to immerse himself in this restaurant and see how it goes. So what he does is that he hides in an arcade box for like 8 hours. And that's what I'm picturing when Jared Leto gets in character for the Tron movie, where they're just gonna have a crew with a dolly. They're gonna just plant this arcade down and be like, "Is this for the movie?" And then Jared Leto swings the door open like Woody in Toy Story 2, just walks out and beep boop boop boop.
I just picture he paints his body and
The
then
lines.
there's the lines.
It's
He
like
goes
a
on
little,
run and you just see
yeah.
a running glow stick.
He's got like a paper plate taped to his back. It's colored blue.
God.
He rode a bike flat with the feet still pedaling, but the handlebars are like super forward. So yes, it's like the light cycle. This man's gonna immerse himself in a. He's gonna surgically put like a HDMI plug in
God.
the side of his head.
Someone please cast him as Jesus. Please.
Mm.
Please.
No, he already thinks he is. We're good. He's got that cult for him enough.
He's such a weirdo. What a
So
goofball.
I have actually no clue when this takes place. I don't think
Um,
they haven't even announced if the movie's even going to go through. They have said we are trying to figure out what the story is to go back to the grid. My question is, why do we need a story? Because Legacy ended on a good note.
yeah, it ended with Sam Flynn and Olivia Wilde like
Cora on a motorcycle in the
driving.
sun, she was a person. She was a living being. So my thought when I found out the sequel was the third one was coming out, that Clue was still alive and he was going to put some stuff into the real world,
Do you remember that Disney
like the
XD?
movie Pixels. Sorry, go on. The
Yeah,
hit movie Pixels with Josh Gad and Adam Sandler.
never forget.
Never
So,
forget.
do you remember that Disney XD show, the
Tron Uprising
Tron Uprising?
with Elijah Wood. Can never forget.
Yeah,
Also
dude.
with the guy that was
Why
Alan
can't
Bradley
we?
as Tron,
Why do we need a Tron movie? We could get a
because
really
that
cool
show takes place
animated
before
series.
Legacy.
I know, but like, why can't we just get like either an animated movie
Mm.
or just another animated show? Because I feel like Tron thrives a lot better through animation.
I think it does. Well, if you watch Legacy, any time in your life, I believe it holds up. Maybe not so much with the Clue face, but everything else, the environment, the practical suits, the actual practical set, and Daft Punk live on forever with that. Best, I argue, that is the best movie soundtrack to ever exist. I know there's a lot of good ones out there, but this one is timeless and it's always good no matter when you're playing it. Either way, Tron
All right,
Legacy holds up.
let me lay all my cards out here.
Oh,
The Spider-Man trilogy soundtrack.
which one?
The trilogy.
There's two trilogies.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man trilogy soundtrack.
Okay, I'll argue that one too. Those are good, but I think with I don't know
You,
Daft Punk
you
though.
you hear those themes more than the Tron, so.
Wow, they're both on social media and they both are played at the exact same time. I will say though, the one that is done a lot, and I think in terms of amount of that's being played, Spider-Man takes the win because that one video that everyone plays when someone like catches something while following, it's the it's the distant foghorn, not the foghorn. What's it called?
When she
French
tells you
horn.
it's your time of the month.
Foghorn. French horn. I'm so stupid. I said foghorn instead of French horn. Yeah. No. Yeah, that'd be loud. It's that video. I will admit to that. Either way, Tron Ares gonna be an interesting movie. So the Mario movie came out. The Mario movie is divided crazily by the critics and the fans. What side? I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised that the critics were expecting this Scorsese kind of cinematic film, and then people would just wanted to go see an Italian guy jump on a turtle. I'm not surprised that there's a difference there.
The concept alone is already pretty weird. So
Yeah.
the IGN came out on Instagram and posted a gentle reminder: the Super Mario movie is for
Kids.
And then I put in the comments, gentle reminder: the Super Mario Bros. Movie is for everyone, not just for kids.
But like the target audience is not like
it's for kids who are new fans, and it's for old fans as
exactly.
well.
It's bottom line, it is a generational movie. Yeah, it is a generational movie. There's no direct thing, but Illumination commonly is meant for kids. Like that's the thing. I get it, but
they also know that like parents are going to go see it as well, so
yeah,
they want
absolutely. And I think with with Nintendo's decision to make this movie as good as what it was. I think it's great because I think parents are gonna drag their kids to go see that movie again because they want to go see it. Because that movie looked good. I caught a few clips every now and then. I will. And my sister actually saw it. I think 2 days ago.
I'm trying to see it today.
You let me know. You text me a review. But
I'm excited.
I'm waiting till the end of the month because I am gonna go take my nephews to go see it. And when I get paid at the end of the month, I can go take them to go see the movie.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
good day.
thanks. I'm taking them to go see it just so they can also get out of the house and be away from the parents for a bit. But we're gonna go see it, and they're a big fan of it. But I've seen one clip, and it's I think the post credit or like the mid credit scene, and I'm very happy.
Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about because it's one of my favorite characters to play as. And I'm really happy the way they did this movie. It's very similar to the show, and they
Oh,
even I
speaking
look.
of which, what's your
Oh,
favorite character to play as?
oh, this character you're gonna see in the movie. So, because I'm not gonna spoil them. I'm not.
God,
Don't. No, my mind is a prison. Okay, it's nothing can escape it. You can't get into it. Well, probably, but still, it's not. It's fortified. That's the thing I'm looking for. It's fortified.
okay.
Either
Okay,
way,
good,
I'm
good.
excited for this movie. I look
I'm
really forward to see
I'm
this.
excited too. Like I've been flip flopping a little bit with the movie because first I wasn't really that excited, and the rap
No,
thing I wasn't like,
you
eh.
didn't. Well, did you ever watch the show?
Yes and no.
Okay. Well,
All right,
the
so
rap thing was part. It's their commercial. It's their show. It's
what?
the
No,
theme
no. I
song.
now know that now. I'm just
Oh,
saying, like before, I was giving it a hard time because
I think
I
I
did
texted
think
you that.
about what.
I think either we either talked about it here or I texted you about the commercial, and you went, "I don't think Mario needs a rap song." Like it's not. It's a commercial.
I didn't understand it. I mean, I play Mario the same way as like a drunk frat dude plays Mario when he's hammered, and he
Okay.
has a
Well,
voiceover,
that's all you. But okay. I will say this though. I think they have a sequel on the way. If not, they're planning one. And I
Oh,
do
Chris
hope
Pratt said that like they're planning more movies. He said that in an interview.
they did say they're planning more movies because there was a brief talk for a Luigi's Mansion spinoff, which would be great as a good horror animated movie. But I think because Bowser, always comes back to get Princess Peach. I think if they ended off with Mario Galaxy, that'd be sick.
Oh, dude. Or Dr. Mario.
No. Even the guy, I think he's the creator of Nintendo,
You
said,
shouldn't trust
don't
Dr.
trust
Mario.
Dr. Mario. He's that doctor in, oh man, what's that
He's a
one TV show? What?
Nothing.
No, what's that? What is that one TV show where the doctor is just horror? Oh, he's like, it's a doctor in Parks and Rec. You ever watch that show?
Yeah, no, I've watched that show. I'm
It's the
just trying to think
doctor
of the.
that's like, it's like, hey man, I got a shoulder pain. He's like, well, does it hurt when you do this? He goes, yeah. He goes, shouldn't do it. like, he's got a horrible advice. He's got no medical knowledge in any sort of way. You can just stack pills a certain way, like Tetris, and you're good to go.
Man. Okay, so don't include the post credit
No, I'm
character,
not gonna say that.
but who would you okay, what characters aren't in the Mario movie?
I don't know who isn't. I will say from what I have seen in spoilers, I was surprised to see certain characters because I thought they just wouldn't include them because it didn't feel necessary. But I feel like whatever characters you want to see in the movie, it feels like they are in the movie.
Yeah, because that question is leading to, since we didn't see them in this movie, hypothetically in future
In the
movies,
sequel.
who would you want to see and who would you want to play them? Because
Oh,
I
okay.
have
That's a good
one
question.
contender, Andy Sam.
Oh, Andy Samberg as who?
Well, no, that's the part where we're gonna like riff and
Oh,
talk.
oh, well, because
This
Charlie
isn't my
Day. Sorry, I
podcast.
thought
We're
you were saying
talking.
Andy Samberg as this person. Because Charlie Day came out and said that DeVito would be a great Waluigi.
He
No,
would.
no, sorry, Wario. The Wario.
I think you just spoiled who the character is.
Oh, so
I
you
think
want
that was
Waluigi as Andy Samberg?
well, no, I just think that you probably slipped up by accident. You were thinking
No, no,
about
no.
the.
It's supposed to be Wario because Wario's the short guy.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the thing. So I think
Okay.
it'd be a good Wario, but then as a good Waluigi, I would want Andy Samberg's good. If he can kind of do that voice, that'd be really funny. That or Bill Hader for Waluigi. It'd be
Mhm.
great. Because I've been watching the show Barry that's on HBO Max.
I noticed. I was gonna ask you how you think. Are you excited for season 4? Wait, please tell me you
I
didn't see
haven't
it.
seen the trailer. I haven't seen the
Okay,
trailer for season
don't,
4 because I'm
don't,
trying to
don't.
finish season
Really
3.
will mess up.
No, I
Like,
know. My buddy texted me the other day. He goes, "Don't watch Barry season 4 trailer. It's spoiling a lot." So I'm not doing a thing about it. And I wasn't gonna watch it anyways because I just want to wait till next week when it comes out.
I'm so
Either
happy
way,
watching it. It's one of my
it's so
favorite
good.
shows.
Oh, I regret waiting so long. But if I were to see a character in the Mario movie and who I cast it as, I would like to see Kate McKinnon voice Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr.
Kate McKinnon as
Okay, so
Bowser Jr.
you know Baby Bowser Jr. or Bowser
No,
Jr.
no,
whatever
no.
his
I
name
know who
is,
you're
but
talking
Kate
about.
McKinnon.
I know who she is as well. I'm just like I can't
Oh,
picture her.
well, it's you gotta just it's the voice. She can kind of carry that like whatever that sound was, kind of because that's all he does. He's a child.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not also like the greatest Kate McKinnon fan as well.
I
It's
think she's funny on it. She was hilarious on SNL. That was most of
the,
the reasons why I watched a lot of the
the
sketches she was
alien
in.
encounter thing does
That
crack
is
me
the
up.
peak of her SNL was that alien encounter one. But I think also as like a fun character actor, she does a good job. She brings a lot of good humor. But I think as a character that is, lack of a better word, nefarious as Bowser Jr. would be kind of fun. That
There's also
or
other princesses she could play as.
that Daisy, I think would be good to be. Oh, Anne Hathaway would be a good Daisy
Anne Hathaway would be good.
or a good Rosalina.
I'm trying
Ooh,
to picture who Melissa McCarthy could play as. There's
she could
not
be a
too many.
good Birdo
Are
or
there any
Toadette. Oh no, she could be good Toadette.
Are there any whale characters?
Colin,
Well, no, no, no. Unrelated to Melissa McCarthy. Completely. That's your fault.
my fault. You just said, who do you think Melissa McCarthy should play? And then you just said a
I moved
whale.
on to a different point.
You didn't make that
That
obvious
was there was
connection,
a
Colin.
period there, and I hit the enter button, but I spaced it out.
I'm looking for the period that you so well put in this conversation here. There was a
Uh,
pause as you were thinking.
I'm
That's
just
on you.
I'm
Don't
just
don't
picturing
gaslight me into
I'm
your.
picturing the Family Guy clip where Peter and his
I,
son are like trapped in that basement. It was like, we need to call for help. Oh, there's Meg. Hey, whale, the ocean's that way.
oh
There's
my god, I've never seen an episode of Family Guy, so I won't be able to go. But no, I think Melissa McCarthy would be a good Toadette.
yeah, yeah. I haven't seen Melissa McCarthy in too many serious roles. I really feel like she could like she could
She
like
was in
put
that
in.
movie. I'm like, do you forgive me? I think, or like, I'm sorry, forgive me, something along the line. Like
She was also funny as all hell in that show with her. I forget what it was, but it was about like it was a couple. It was a sitcom.
oh, God's favorite idiot.
Was it?
Well, it came out last year.
No, it was an old show. Mike and
No.
Molly. Mike and
Oh,
Molly.
yeah, that was a fun show. I liked Mike and Molly.
My dad
And the
played.
movie I was thinking about is called "Can You Ever Forgive Me?" It's a very serious role. I think she did good. She is, of course, well known for her comedy, but I think if she was given the right chance, she could do a lot of good drama. She's
Mhm.
also Ursula in the new live action Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm. Every time you remind me, I always have
I
to
felt bad at first,
get
but then
that movie.
actually getting a look at her, she looks good. Like they made her look good.
I mean, I was surprised by that. I really was.
Yeah.
But
Well, you were
again,
so uncommon with the whale comment earlier, Colin.
oh wow, you're surprised I would say something like that.
I was
Um,
surprised a little bit on this one. Yeah. Well,
you've known me for like what 10 years now.
and you still surprise me. Last thing before we actually wrap up is the Barbie movie looks good, and I'm really sad that it's
Oh,
probably going to lose to Oppenheimer in the box
I'm
office.
becoming a Barbie fan right now,
It looks
dude.
so good.
You
It's
know,
it's so between Oppenheimer and Barbie, they're coming out the exact same day, July 21st. Which one do you think is going to win the box office in the weekend or first
uh,
week at least? My money's on Barbie.
unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
And like nothing against Christopher Nolan, but it's the same thing with that
It's like the
one.
fun factor is more marketable. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but what was that one movie that everyone bought to? Oh, it's like either the Morbius meme trend or what was the one that everyone was wearing suits for?
John Wick.
No, everyone was like, they all went to go see a movie and when they got it was dressed up. I think it was either Morbius because they all got like in really nice suits. It was a bad movie. One suit trend with movie. Oh, it was Minions. It was Minions Rise of Gru. That's what it was. That's what I think it's going to be the Minion trend. No, great movie. I thought Morbius was the bad movie. Rise of Gru actually kind of funny. Um, don't ask me how I know. I think it'd be great. I think people are going to show up in suits, pink suits, to go see Barbie. And how do I know that? Because I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to buy and I'm going to rent a pink suit.
Dude, I want to. I July 21st. You said?
Yeah.
I want to fly down there just so that we can do like a weekend thing of like a double feature, one day go bar.
You probably shouldn't. That's also the weekend of my dad's birthday, so I'm gonna have to balance it out.
I get to celebrate your dad's birthday with you. I get to bless him with my presence.
That'd be very nice if you did come down for that. But with that all being said, I'm gonna have to wrap up this week's episode of the Tu-Vie podcast. Thank you guys for joining us this week. We talk about a lot every single time, but there are also some things we talk very specifically about that is on our TikTok. TikTok, really good app right now. So far, till it's
what'd you say?
TikTok. It's a really good app right now until it's gone.
You said Ted. I have to be a jerk and point that out to you.
TikTok. Did I really? I thought I said Ted. Whatever. TikTok, the app that everyone has. We have that out there, so go check us out on TikTok. We're also on Instagram, same handle, the Tu-Vie podcast, as well as Letterboxd, and go check out our link tree. It's going to all be in the description below. It has everything on there. If you're listening to us on Spotify, we're going to try actually put a video version on this one, so be sure to check that out too. Subscribe to our Spotify, everywhere else you get podcasts. Like I said, everything's in the description. Colin, that was a bad snap. Let me try that again. Colin, thank you for showing up this week. As if it's your job. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Of course. Wait, thank you for showing up this week as opposed to how other weeks I wasn't.
Yeah, the 1,000 podcasts I had to do alone because you didn't show up one day.
Yeah.
Left me hanging.
Well, there was one day. Yeah, that was my fault.
No, I'm not talking about that. You were busy. I get it. Thank you guys again for joining.
So much as I got the rest of this. Thank you guys so much for checking us out here. Yeah. And if you could give James a like, he works really hard on.
It's not me. It's us. It's me and you. That's how this works.
Okay. Well, you know what? Can I just like bless you for a minute and just point out?
I'm not taking any of the glory here. It's both of us. There's no we in Tu-Vie. Because that's not how it's spelled.
Your YouTube banner.
Yeah, that's right. There's no we in movie. Either way, thank you guys again for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.